Hello and welcome back. This is stage 4 kick and sprint. This is my Zwift number 70 video. It has been a while since I last posted. It's the summer holidays, but I've not been riding the bike much. So this is the route. We're on the rolling Highlands. You can see that it's quite undulating, various bits of incline. There's a loop that we're just about to come to here that's quite intense, and we're going to be doing 2 laps, 183 metres of incline, 23 kilometres in distance. It's a Z Racing race for Zwift, and I'm in the 210 to 330 category. As I said, I haven't ridden much recently. I'm out of touch really. I've only been on the bike once or twice in probably about the last month, and my legs aren't up to the standard that I expect them to be at, so this was going to be quite a draining race. I was quite pleased that I was in the category below 330, so hopefully that was going to allow me some leeway in how the race went. We had 37 racers go over the start-finish line. It wasn't a particularly fast start. We're obviously up in Scotland, and we just settled into the race quite nicely, really. You can see a few of the riders in and around me. As I said, we had 37 racers go over the start line. We'd already lost 4 or 5 by this point, so we were around about a group of 28 at this point. And I just settled in really and just wanted to try and get my legs back. I knew it was going to be a tough old race. You can see that my average watts at the moment is below 200, which is really low, so didn't expect it to be going much higher than that really. So yeah, let's just see how it goes as we move forward. So you can see that the majority of the start of the race is all downhill. We get a power up halfway through each lap. This power up that we're about to come to is at the start finish line, which means that we would then have 2 laps to go. I've got the drafting power up at the moment, and I'm expecting to use it before we get to the start finish line. So we're still going downhill. Well, it's quite undulating, but predominantly downhill. Still in with a group of around about 28 riders. You can see various riders. There's Carl Poplar, who is quite prominent during the race. And it's not too bad. I'm cruising. Got my heart rate at 147 at the moment. I'm in top gear, so I'm pushing hard, which is the way I like to ride, hence the reason why my cadence is only at 67, 70 revolutions per minute. We've got this incline coming up here. So we've got to push a little bit here, but it was all very comfortable. You can see I'm almost top 10. I got up at the saddle at this point and just pushed on further again, making sure that I was going to get distance from anybody around me, or potentially, hopefully, create a split in the group as we just get over the top. Again, still in the top dozen riders. And just making sure that I've got the ability to draft with somebody. So you can see there's a few riders out in front, and then I'm in and amongst half a dozen other riders. So that was hopefully going to help me just in case anything was to happen. Pace increased down the hill. You can see that it's a reasonably quick section here before we start to head uphill shortly over the next few kilometres before we go around the spiral by the castle. So yeah, you can see that the riders around us are pulling back to us, so the group at the front are starting to form as one again, so nothing spectacular has happened, no one's dropped off. It says I'm 19th at this point, but you can see there's at least half a dozen riders behind me, so we're still around about the 25 rider point, and we've still got 16 kilometres to go. So this is the slight uphill that we've done from time to time, and if I turned left we'd be into the city, but as we get to the top crossroads we take a right hand turn, but slightly punchy uphill here. Here's the right hand turn that I was talking about. Left will take us into the city centre, where the Clyde Kicker is, if you can recall the Clyde Kicker. But we're back out of the country, we're halfway around the first lap, and there's quite a bit of uphill, nothing significant really, but quite a bit of uphill. You can see there's a few riders out the front, and I'm just trying to maintain a position where I can get a good draft. I pushed my drafting boost power up at this point just so I could sit in with everybody else. You can see my heart rate is high at 162. Average watts is up to 227, which is reasonably good for me, but I am struggling a lot. There's no real power in my legs due to the fact that I haven't ridden for about 2-3 weeks. So this is a real hard effort here. We've got a incline for about 30-40 seconds here, which is going to take it out of me again, so there's going to be no respite here with my heart rate at 165. It's only going to increase. You can see for a split second there it went up over 350. That's because I got up out of the seat just so I can maintain a good position and not get dropped by anybody. I'm in a top 20 position. You can see that there is one rider moving off the back, Highlands from Sweden. He's dropped back to 6 seconds behind, so it looks like we have dropped one rider, but nothing significant. Still in a group of around about 23-24 riders. It says I'm 21st here, and I can see that there is at least 3 or 4 riders behind me, but I am trying to gain a draft from the other riders behind me, so I'm not too worried about being out the back. There I am in 23rd, and there's only one rider, Woodford, Cameron Woodford, who's behind me at this point. So 24 riders in the front group. Highlands is a good way behind me now, so yeah, this group looks like slowly reducing in size, and I'm just trying to keep my wits about me in regards to getting dropped at any point. But now there's a good downhill section until we go around the 360 turn by the castle, and you can see it coming up here, and what I wanted to do was push hard before I got to the bottom, but I didn't really choose to do that eventually. And you can see that here I put the 500 watts. I did put the effort in just to get up that incline, but that was more than manageable. but my heart rate is right up by 170, so that's right on its limits. But I am up out the front, hoping that we can create a split somewhere within the group. 4 or 5 riders go past me at this point, and I can just sit in and get their draft. The peloton, this front group, is quite stretched, but there doesn't look as though there's going to be anybody dropping off. As you can see, a good few riders come past me, and I'm still recovering. I'm conscious that we've got another uphill to come, and I just want to get my heart rate to recover. It's at 163, so that's high. My average watts is okay, but I've got all these slight inclines to negotiate, and this is the would be the finish line next time round. So pushing hard up this hill, still maintaining a good position, which is pleasing, but my legs haven't got much energy or power in them at this point. You can see that quite quickly I'll drop back and I'm there in 20th position, but I'm still alright. I'm not doing too bad, but heart rate's a concern, and how my legs are feeling at this point is also a concern. And you can see quite quickly how things can change, and we're all quite stretched at this point, and I'm in 22nd position. Another rider's gone off the back by the name of Dubé from France. So have we lost another rider? We'll wait and see. You can see that the gap for me is stretching, but I put a little bit of effort in, and I just catch hold of the group behind me. Dubé has now gone back to 2-3 seconds behind, and we've still got 8 kilometres to go. So hopefully I can sit in with this group now and try and make it to the end, but I can see that my heart rate at 160 means that I'm putting a great deal of effort in.
Right on.
So again, we're quite stretched. 2 riders off out the back behind me, McDonald and Feney, but McDonald just shoots straight back past me there. Dubé is now 12 seconds back, but Feney seems to have dropped right off. He's 9-10 seconds. He's actually let Dubé go past him. So few find it really hard. A couple of riders off the front, maybe just one rider. I can't identify who that is, given that I am in and amongst these riders here, 20th position. Had a few problems with the connection at this point, because I'm in my shed and have the iPad connected to this TV screen through HDMI, but lost connection to the TV screen at this point. So we just had to watch the final part of the race through watching my iPad, which wasn't ideal. So 20th position, just over 5 kilometres to go, heart rate 164, and I'm on the flat, so that's a real concern. That heart rate is 164, like it in the mid 150s really, and I'm really on the edge. I know I've got no power in my legs. I've been able to get my average watts up to 222. It has dropped slightly in the last few kilometres, but I'm pleased with what I'm seeing there, because that's not a bad effort, considering that I've not been on the right bike for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, well, I went on it once, but in the last 3 or 4 weeks I've only ridden on that one occasion. So you can see we're really stretched here. I might well have changed gear to increase my cadence, to just release the power I'm putting through the pedals, but increase the cadence, like I said. But you can see that I'm getting distance now. There you go, my cadence has gone up to 80, so that gives me the impression that I changed gear at that point and just spun a quicker pedal around rather than pushing the hard gear. But you can see that I've got one rider, Slonica, who's 4 seconds ahead of me, but the rest of the group, they've all just shot off into the distance, and they're 12, 13, 14, 15, you can see the seconds go up and up and up, 17 now, to that front group of 20 riders. So I'm keeping an eye on him. Dubai is 30 seconds behind me. We've only got 3.9 kilometers to go, but I'm just going to, be easing my way to the finish line now. I did keep my eye on this rider here who I've just passed. I put a bit of an effort in just as we got onto the flat, which meant that I changed to a bigger gear so that I could just power on ahead and hopefully lose him. You can see the gap's now 2 seconds, and the gap back to Dubai is 29, but all that group in front there 30 seconds ahead. One rider there, you can see Berthy, Jay Berthy, he's being distanced slightly, and what I will do shortly within the next kilometre is just move to the front group so that you're aware of how all the front group are getting on. Salonika, he's now 7 seconds behind me, so I'm certainly pushing away from him, despite the fact that you can see that my watts is only around 130, 140. Average watts down to 216 now from the high 220s. But at least my heart rate's recovering. My heart rate's at 149. So here we go, we've just jumped forward to the front group. Third place, we're following the Japanese rider. And I wasn't able to pronounce his name, not just because it shows up as a dot there, but when I went on a Zwift companion, his name is just made up of Japanese symbols, so no idea what he's called. And from watching some of my videos in the past, you'll be aware that pronunciation is not my forte, but when you've got around about 8 symbols to pronounce a Japanese name, then there's no chance. And I'm not getting confused with Kazuya Takahashi, who's also in this front group. So I think there's around about a dozen riders in this front group. It's saying that I'm following fourth at the moment. You can see there's 8 riders in this group, with a few quite close behind. You can see in the mini map on the right hand corner as we go over the top of the KOM and the finish line that there's a huge amount of effort. Japanese riders still there, and then we just go back through the rest of the riders following that sprint for the finish line, and when we get back to my name I'll be able to go through all of the rest of the riders. There's E. McDonald, who was who had to ease off, and quite quickly it came back to me in my position of 20th. I've got Dubé chased me down. You can see he's 8 seconds behind me at this point. He was 30 seconds behind, so he's come up with a good, strong, powerful finish. You can see that the seconds that he's behind is coming down really quickly, and he goes straight past me. I do put a little bit of effort in, change gear also, but it looks like a futile effort to try and catch hold of him. So there he goes over the finish line. There's me over the finish line in 21st position, average watts of 212, but I felt really dead as we finished the race. So let's go through the top 10 now, and I'll talk you through that. So first over the line, Cameron Woodford in 35 minutes and 41 seconds, averaging 253 watts. Then we had Lauren Riccarelli, just 2.54 seconds behind. Third, we will go with the title of Symbol from Japan. He was 3 seconds behind the winner. Then we had Kazui Takahashi, he was just 4 seconds behind. Then Carl Poplar, he was 5 seconds behind the winner. Sixth we had D Jones. Seventh we had Nathaniel Ellis, and still just 7.75 seconds behind the winner. Eighth we had Paul Haig. Ninth was Bastian Squetch, and 10th, I'm assuming First Lady of the Line, Kath Henson, and she was just 11.82 seconds behind the winner. So yeah, I can't say it was an enjoyable ride. I felt sick for about an hour after the race finished. I'd really pushed myself hard. I will be back. I will be getting on the bike more frequently over the next few weeks. It's been a tough few weeks. I've had a few little mini breaks as well, but a lot going on at home as well, family wise and health wise. So yeah, riding the bike has been not the priority, but I will get back on the bike. I felt better later on in the afternoon for doing the ride today. I'll probably return on Friday after a game of football on Thursday and take it from there. But please subscribe. Let's get this channel moving forward again, and see if we can get plenty of people watching and enjoying what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I'll catch you again soon, possibly Friday. I seem to be struggling to ride my bike at the moment on this corner. I'm on and off it and jumping around like a kangaroo. But please subscribe, and I'll catch you again in Zwift number 71.